The idea of being a charitable person or even organization has always been seen in a positive light, both here in America and around the world for centuries. In general, you would think it would always be a good thing for people in need to get help from those more fortunate. The only problem is that just as charities rose in prominence, so did individuals who wanted to take advantage of these monetary donations.
Do you ever use your private jets to go visit your vacation homes, for example?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Again, getting back to the comment, you said that you don't like to fly commercial because you don't want to get into a tube with a bunch of demons. Do you really believe that human beings are demons?
No, I do not. And don't you ever say I did. We wrestle not with flesh and blood, but principalities and powers.
Today, when someone decides to donate money, they often have no idea where it is going or what percentage will actually go towards helping the cause being advertised. Some of the worst offenders when it comes to these shady charities are involved in quote-unquote helping children, cancer patients, police/law enforcement funding, and veterans. There are thousands of charities that fall into these categories, stealing millions of dollars each and every year. The percentage spent by these charities directly to aid the victims range from 0 to 11%. For example, the Kids Wish Network, who tries to trick people into thinking they are the Make-A-Wish Foundation, only spends 3 cents of every dollar collected on actual children, hoarding the rest of the money to be allocated how they please. This is just one of thousands of examples of these charities fleecing the general public every single day. And with that all being said, those who are more generous may be wondering where they could donate their money, while keeping the peace of mind that it will actually go to help someone in need, and not just line someone else's pockets through the guise of charity. This is where a website like GoFundMe comes in. As for the last 12 years, people from around the world have been able to donate directly to individuals in need. Some people don't have enough money for surgery or to cover medical bills. Maybe someone's house has burned down, or they even need money to cover the funeral of a deceased loved one. No matter what the situation is, GoFundMe has been there for thousands of people in need, and there have been a ton of amazing stories to come out of that organization. But with the good, there's always gonna be some bad, and people obviously try to take advantage of a platform like this to fundraise money based on lies and deception. We have seen countless catfish GoFundMe scams over the years.
Lisa Guerrero with Inside Edition. What you're being accused of is despicable. Did you intentionally injure your dog so that you could raise money from a GoFundMe site?
And the one I have to highlight for you today is no different. Meet Madison Russo, a 19-year-old college student who claimed online to have stage 2 pancreatic cancer, leukemia, and a tumor the size of a football wrapped around her spine.
You know, I'm too sick from treatment where I can't go anywhere, I can't do anything, I feel like shit, you know, I can't get ready, I just lay in my bed and puke, you know, and it's extremely physically exhausting, but also the mental part of it, I think it's 10 times worse. I'm still thankful I have hair. Thank goodness for that. I have on my Just Beat It sweatshirt, still in my pajamas. It's okay though, because when you're going through chemo, you can be in your pajamas. I got fluids this morning and nausea meds right after radiation. I'm feeling better with the fluids. You know, your immune system is so weak because you have like no immune system when you're going through treatment.
Day after day, Madison would document her supposed battle with one of the most diabolical illnesses on the face of this planet, even at one time noting that doctors gave her an estimated 11% chance of survival.
Yeah, I get a lot of questions about my hair. Like, you look so good. Like, how are you keeping your hair? It just comes down to my brand of chemo, which is oral chemo. I got really lucky with that, so...
Out here blabbering about her lies like Kid Trunks when he tried to fake cancer for clout and sympathy. She went on talk shows that revolved around cancer patients, and it was almost like she was trying to be this advocate for young people going through a cancer diagnosis. In general, everyone thought she was legit. I mean, you would think no one with any sort of moral compass would lie about such a thing.
Hopefully I start to feel better. I cannot wait till Friday is over when I finish my last day of round 3 of chemo. counting down the hours. Hour by hour, I'm trying to take it.
But hey, money is the root of all evil, and she even had people donating over $1,000 to her cause. This went on for well over a year, as she racked up over $35,000 in a GoFundMe fundraiser. During this time, she continued to post more video diaries, inspiring quotes, and of course pictures to try and convince the general public that her story was legit.
How would you define the term pancreatic cancer?
The first word that comes to mind is just ugly. You know, it's an ugly disease. It's nasty. It's very just aggressive, and you know, it wants to just kill everything. But at the same time, I think I would describe it as kind of like a, I don't know, like ever changing, because it changes you as a person. And I guess I'm kind of going into like the spiritual side of it a little bit, but like it truly changes you. Like I feel like I'm a whole different person than from when I was, you know, before February, like just my outlook on life.
But it wasn't until she posted this image that she would overplay her hand and push her farce of a story to a whole new level. The caption notes, "Overdue update. Maddie's cancer has been progressively getting worse and has spread all over her body, including throughout her blood and also on her spine. My theory is that the money was no longer coming in as quickly, and out of desperation she posted this fake update to make her story seem much more severe. Like, look guys, I'm gonna need that money now.
It's my money and I need it now!"
In the photo, she's supposedly getting chemotherapy treatment through a port in her upper chest. When doctors saw this, they said there's no way it could be legit because it was both not sterile, the port wasn't located in the right place, and there was no use of medical tape. In comparing it to a real medical port, it's clear that the difference between the two is night and day.
You can see that the actual positioning of the port per se is not accurate. Also, the way that it's secured, the type of tape that's used, is not the same clinical tape that we would use in the hospital.
To see her smiling so big in these pictures, knowing what we know now, makes me absolutely sick. She spent over a year spinning these lies before she was ever caught, and to be frank, it has now been revealed that her medical records suggest that she never had a cancer diagnosis, and that she faked the entire thing for money and attention. What she did here was theft by means of deception, which is classified as a felony here in America. It's crazy to me that she completely threw her life away for around $40,000. I knew people getting more money than that from the government a few years back for doing absolutely nothing. Look, I'm not saying that it's not a lot of money, but to completely ruin your reputation at the age of 19 for this is so incredibly stupid. Like, she didn't even try to be a responsible adult. She just went right into scamming, and in the worst way possible. I mean, it really does make me question, like, where were her parents during this whole fiasco? Was her family in on this lie? Or were they also eating up her BS? All I know is, guys, that the world is a crazy place, and you really do need to question the validity of everything going on around you. Y'all let me know what you guys think about this story down below. If y'all know any other crazy GoFundMe catfish stories, drop them down in the comments. But as always, I do want to thank you guys for watching today's video, dropping a like and subscribing. But as you guys know, some other scammers out here need to be covered, so it's been your boy the Tan Superman, and I'm out. Peace!